Hi there, so this is a really big book haul. It's about 20 books sitting on my floor now, and so I'll be rushing through them. I turned 22 last week, and so I got a lot of books for my birthday and post my birthday as gifts to myself, and they were relatively cheap, and some were gifts as well to me. So yeah, let's get into them. First book here, Howard's End by E.M. Foster. Next, we have The Bird's Nest by Shirley Jackson. I've never heard of this one, and I've read We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Liked it decently. Next, I finally own a James Joyce, and it's not Ulysses, it's Dubliners. This is a collection of short stories, and I'm very excited to own this one. Next, another collection of short stories. It's Bad Haircut by Tom Perrotta. It says stories of the 70s. Next, the New York trilogy by Paul Auster. I already own one of his works, but I really wanted to get this book. Next, it's Tom Wolfe's The Bonfire of Vanities in this movie time edition that has Tom Hanks on the screen, and I do not know anything about this. I did not, but I bought it because big book and lit fic, yes. Next, it's one of my Instagram friends' favorite novel of the year so far. It's True Grit by Charles Pottis, also in this movie tie-in edition. Next, it's Nobel Prize winner J.M. Coetzee's Life and Times of Michael K. And yes, Disgrace is his most famous novel, but I got this because I did not see that and I really want to read him. I'm not a fantasy reader, but this is one of only 2 fantasy series I want to read in my lifetime, and it's Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb from the Farseer trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. Next is J. McLennan's, I don't know how to say his name, but it's Brightness Falls. I've read him before. I want to read him again. And finally, it's The Corrections by Jonathan Franzen. This was the one I was most excited to find in that shop because I've never seen it before anywhere. This next set, they are mostly classics, and they were the ones that were gifts to me from someone. The first one is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, classic. Next is Gustave Flaubert's Madame Bovary. I've not read any of these, by the way. Next, Thomas Hardy's Test of the D'Urbervilles. Not read any Hardy. I really want to read this one. Next, top 2 favorite author of all time. Not a classic, but it's Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Next is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. I've not read any Dan Brown, but Nigerians swear by this book and this author a lot. Next, we have A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. William Golding's Lord of the Flies, and I'm very glad it's in this edition. I kind of like the colors, top to bottom. And next, one of the biggest books of all time, it's War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. You guys know I read Anna Karenina last year, loved it. This is even bigger, 1,400 plus pages. Excited for whenever I get to read this in the future because Tolstoy is who he thinks he is. And the final to this first one, Olive Kittredge by Elizabeth Strout. I've wanted to own this for the longest time because this is like the lit fic I know I'm going to like. It's a Pulitzer Prize winner, as you can see, and very excited to own this. And finally, I got this as a steal. It's The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, the author of The Secret History. It was in this one copy, and so it was sold very cheap, and I quickly took it because I do not own any Donna Tartt, although I do own The Secret History. It's just not in Nigeria now, so yeah, I'm very glad to own this.